In its simplest form, a casserole appears uncomplicated. Layers of meat, grain and sauce, assembled, combined and placed into heat. Yet beneath this simplicity, a more intricate process unfolds. Moisture moves, proteins firm, starches absorb and bind. What begins as separate components slowly becomes something unified. And with only small changes, in ingredients, in layering, in sequence, the outcome can shift dramatically. Today, 4 distinct transformations take place. Beef and pasta merge into a single structure. Rice absorbs spice and heat. Cream, fat and protein build density and richness. And finally, texture itself is divided. Soft beneath, crisp above. Each begins in fragments. Each ends as one. The first transformation begins with foundation. In a skillet, ground beef meets heat. At first, it is loose and uneven, but as it cooks, it begins to change. Moisture evaporates, proteins tighten, and the meat separates into smaller fragments. Onion and green pepper are added. They soften gradually, releasing their moisture into the mixture. Garlic follows, along with Italian seasoning, subtle elements that deepen the aroma, spreading through the pan. Tomato sauce and diced tomatoes are introduced. The mixture shifts. What was dry becomes cohesive, bound together by liquid and heat. It simmers briefly, allowing flavors to merge. Below, in the baking dish, egg noodles are placed, pale, structured, waiting. The beef mixture is poured over them. Then come peas and carrots, small bursts of color and texture, followed by a portion of cheese. Everything is stirred together, forming a single unified mass. Another layer of cheese settles across the surface. Into the oven it goes. Inside, heat moves slowly through the dish. The cheese melts first, spreading across the top. When removed, the casserole holds together, no longer separate parts, but a single structure. A transformation shaped by layering, heat, and time. The second transformation begins with balance. Water is brought to a gentle boil. Into it, small pieces of pasta are released. In another pan, butter melts. Onions are added, and slowly they begin to change. Their sharpness fades as heat breaks them down. Cream cheese, thick and dense, is combined with cream of chicken soup, sour cream, and milk. At first, the mixture resists, but under steady motion, it loosens. Ranch seasoning is added. Then salt, pepper, and onion powder, subtle elements that deepen the profile of the mixture. The softened pasta returns. Cubed chicken is added. Firm, structured. The cooked onions follow, along with cheese and pieces of bacon. Each element folds into the mixture, coated evenly, forming a single mass. It is transferred to the baking dish, spread into place. Above it, more cheese is scattered, along with bacon and green onion, a final layer waiting for heat to act. Inside the oven, the transformation completes. The cheese melts first, spreading across the surface. The sauce thickens slightly, holding everything together. A transformation shaped by fat, heat, and careful layering. The third transformation is more complex. Multiple processes unfold at once. Chicken is seasoned first, coated lightly with salt, pepper, and ranch seasoning. In a skillet, butter and oil melt together. Chicken is added, cooking quickly. The heat transforms it from raw to firm, its surface sealing while the interior cooks through. Once removed, the same pan is used again. Onions are sautéed in the remaining drippings, absorbing the flavor left behind. Garlic follows, briefly releasing its aroma. Then the sauce begins. Butter melts. Flour is added, forming a paste, the foundation of structure. Gradually, broth is introduced. The mixture thickens, smoothing as it heats. Cream follows, then condensed soup. The sauce deepens, becoming rich and cohesive. Parmesan melts into it, adding both flavor and body. Then everything returns. Chicken, bacon, sun-dried tomatoes and pasta are folded into the sauce, each element coated and unified. The mixture is transferred to a baking dish. More bacon is added above, followed by cheese. In the oven, the final transformation occurs. The surface melts and bubbles. The edges begin to brown. The interior stabilizes, thickening as heat moves through it. When removed, the casserole is complete, a dense, layered structure, shaped by multiple stages, each building upon the last. The final transformation begins with contrast. In a skillet, ground beef cooks alongside onion. The mixture softens, then firms, releasing excess fat, which is removed. Garlic is added briefly, followed by corn, seasoning, and tomatoes with chilies. The mixture becomes vibrant, both in color and aroma. Then the finely crushed chips are added. They absorb moisture, thickening the mixture, binding it in a way flour might in other dishes. Sour cream and cheese follow, melting slightly into the warmth, creating a rich, cohesive base. This mixture is transferred into a baking dish. It is baked briefly, just enough for the heat to move through it. Then a final layer is added. More cheese, and the remaining crushed chips. Back into the oven it goes. The cheese melts quickly, coating the surface. The larger chip fragments toast lightly, retaining their structure while absorbing just enough heat to soften at the edges. When removed, the contrast is clear. Below, a soft, cohesive mixture. Above, a textured, layered crust. This is a transformation defined not by uniformity, but by contrast.